Did you get dirt on your face? Maxim doesn't know how to use a shovel. Oof.
I'm all done, Grandpa.
All done? Well, aren't you such a good girl, Yume?
Yume. So that's her name.
Come to think of it, your eyes are the same color as hers. Would have been a better twist if she was someone else's kid. Aaron gets the whole deal here. Good job, Aaron.
No, it would not.
I hope we did the right thing by telling him where she lives. Well, he would have found out if we ever came back. I have my doubts too, but it's not as though she's married. And I'm not sure how we could have talked our way out of telling him after our reactions earlier. Can't believe the diva of the diner used to date this guy.
Well, sorry for not living up to your standards. I really do appreciate your help finding her, though. But where is Paulette? I don't recall seeing her earlier either.
She has ninja vanished. Maybe buying extra stuff. Sounds about right at this time of day. Theo's helping her, but I'm sure she still needs to go out herself sometimes.
Oh, you'd be surprised just how much of a help that little one has been.
Paulette, how long have you been standing there?
Huh. I was just over at Brenda's store buying some extra seasonings. Oh.
Oh.
Hey, it's, I don't really know what I'm doing.
It's going for it, huh?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Well, you screwed it up.
Ah, do we have ourselves a new customer? It's nice to meet you. I'm Paulette, an employee at this bistro. So, you must be a friend of Van's?
Rest in peace. Her reaction comes as no surprise, of course.
Yeah, you could say that. Sorry. It looks like I mistook you for someone else. I suppose I should get out of your hair now. I'll wire you your mirror as soon as I get a chance.
She recognizes him. Of course she does. Excellent. Sorry to burst your bubble when you're trying to play it cool, but you leaving your lino here?
I can see you've had quite the busy day. It's almost time to close up shop for the day, but if you haven't eaten yet, you're welcome to come in for something.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. Monmar's doors are open to anyone and everyone. You're all welcome to come in too, of course. I'll go hop in the kitchen.
You close at 6:30, 6:20, 6 o'clock? Hello?
This food tastes so good. And yet strangely salty.
Get it? 'Cause he's crying?
Paulette.
Huh? What is it?
Well, nothing, but
Hey. What you crying for, mister?
In for a long ride, if that's anything to go by. There might be a light at the end of the tunnel for him, though. Even if he will have to keep proving his sincerity to earn it. True, but if he can, I'm sure everything will work out for the best. Right then, there's another job well done. I bet he earns a boatload. So he better get ready to pay up. And you know, no matter how darn good a race car driver he is, I'm not so sure I want to accept him as Yume's dad. It doesn't hurt to be happy for people, Van. I might be with him here. I've only just met Paulette, but I can tell she's a lovely woman who deserves only the best. All the regulars downstairs love her too. I've been in her debt for years myself. I can't imagine it'll be easy for him to get back into her good graces, so I'll just sit back and watch smugly till he does. Yeah, he should suffer a little for all he's done. He should suffer a lot. He's really going to have his work cut out if he wants the old man and kid to welcome him into their lives, too. I think you all need to be a little more forgiving of others. Do you remember what he did? Changing the subject, however, we certainly had some interesting developments on another front, didn't we? Did we ever? Even if it feels like the number of questions that need answering has only increased. Well, we've had dinner, and we still got plenty of time left before we need to call it a day. You mind getting to work, Catra? The heck, did that just, Oh, it's been invisible. Not at all. This is our time to shine. Yeah, I think this should be enough data to narrow down the triggers for making Mare appear. If you give me a hand, I should be able to have the job done by tonight even. I would be delighted to. I have a wireless network set up already, so that should help. Been getting yourselves all set up here while I wasn't looking, huh? I think that's a good thing. We can't rely on Ren for every little thing, after all. Just don't expect me to work as fast as she does. I don't think I have that in me. The infamous Kitty is extraordinarily capable as a hacker. No ordinary operator could hope to compare. All of you might as well be using some kind of magic to me. As long as they're willing to do all that work, I'm not even going to think about it. Just leave the tech to the pros. So, do you think you'll be able to turn into the Grendel without putting yourself in mortal danger? In theory, it should be possible. Looks like Anya's being in the vicinity with at least one Genesis is a mandatory condition, though. So far, you've constantly been putting yourself in serious danger to transform and help us win. So I sincerely hope there's some way for you to transform without having to resort to that. And we should be conscious of what Mare said about not relying on the Grendel too much. I'll do what we can to support you so that you don't have to. I won't let you always shoulder most of the burden yourself. I won't either. I'm going to keep getting stronger so I can help more. I don't actually care how much danger you have to put yourself in, but I'm not down to have you always steal our thunder. As the concierge assigned to support you, I have been opposed to you exposing yourself to unnecessary risk from the start. Listen here, I'm inclined to agree. After what Mare said, I think this is something you should absolutely only use against the strongest of opponents. Fine. The more people who come work for me, the less I feel like I'm the one in charge. You have something else you want to say? Nope, not at all. Man, someone's whipped. Oof. Oh, by the way, we still don't have any idea why we couldn't understand some of what Mare was saying, right? Oh yeah, almost forgot about that.
I'm being gracious enough to lend you a helping hand as a...
Right.
Just be careful.
Yeah, we had that conversation like 10 minutes ago. We heard what she was saying. It was more like our brains couldn't process it or something. That's how I would put it. It was almost as if we were listening to an audio recording and part of it was replaced by noise. Yeah, kind of creepy if we're being real here. It was like we came dangerously close to one of this world's many secrets. I'm sorry, just forget I said something so silly. I've clearly read one too many books. I don't think it was silly at all. If anything, it sounds right. I don't think it's a possibility I think it's a possibility we ought to keep in mind. Yeah, for sure. Maybe a client.
Oh, I got through! Phew. I was worried I didn't have the right number.
This sounds like Milio. That sounds like Ashen?
晚上好. Good evening, guys. It feels like I haven't talked to you in ages.
Good to see you again, Ashen. It really is. What are you calling about? Decided to give up on Sao and go after this old fart instead? Of course not. You shut up, Aaron. Hope he hasn't been raising too much of a ruckus over an Edith, by the way, especially when it comes to women. About that. He does come home smelling like perfume sometimes. What can I say? I like getting to know people. Can we be serious for 5 minutes around here? Also, I'm 5 years younger than Sal, I'll have you know. I can't believe you know that off the top of your head. Also, sorry to ask, but I don't think we've met before. I assume she is connected to Heiwei in some manner. We don't need to introduce you. Like, can we just have our conversation? Stop butting in. Oh, Aaron did mention that you have some new part-timers. I'm Ashin Liu. I'm indeed part of one of the families of Heiwei. Wait, your new part-timers are a maid and a pretty boy? Arkwright Solutions never settles for average, does it? Our cast is a colorful one, yeah. So what's this about? Is Sal causing trouble again? Wouldn't say that. He's as busy as ever. Or, as always, I think she said. And actually, I didn't just call you on behalf of Heiwei today. This message is from several others, too. Really now? What message? Well, Baba had the chance to talk to a few other important people with different affiliations the other day. And apparently the topic ended up shifting to you guys, and they agreed to do a little something special for you. You know, for all you've done for the people of Longport, Tharbad, and Basel. Consider it a special thank you gift from everyone. Hang on a minute. The important people you're talking about wouldn't happen to be...
I'm calling on behalf of Elzheim's Crown Prince Sharid, the Basel Institute of Sciences Professor Hamilton, the Kowloon Group's Fan Lu, and one other individual, whose name I will not disclose, to extend you an invitation. They all want you to spend 2 nights at the 5-star Hekizanro Inn in the Eastward Hot Springs paradise of Longlai.
What a coincidence. We have a silver monster that we need to encounter there.
Your tickets should arrive shortly.
Evening special delivery. At least this one's 2 days. Oh, but are we still in the intermission? He definitely recognizes him. There's no way she doesn't. There's no way there isn't more to this than it seems. But it's true, we've been real busy lately. Would be a good chance to get some R&R. Man, Longlai sure brings back some memories.
Your mindset is very different from that of others. It has long convinced you that there is no place for you in this world. And that is, from my perspective, proof positive that you still have so much to learn.
And I guess he's not joining our party, which is not necessarily a... like, I wasn't expecting it, I was just hoping. But hope is dead now.
For everything in this world is connected. I'm sure you will one day come to that realization yourself.
Oops. With enough first-hand experience, he said. He always tried to pretend he was normal, but he was anything but. Wish I'd been able to avenge him, but that chance is long gone now. Still, I suppose Longlai wouldn't be a bad place to visit, to pay my respects, since I can't get over, to his grave. My crew could use a break right about now, too. Anyway, I guess I'll go wander around for a while before turning in. I'm gonna be away for 3 days. I thought it was 2 days, so I want to make sure everything's in order before we head out. Patrol Edith. Do I have spend times? I do. I don't care about any of these. We're gonna skip this one. Anya's is not interesting at all.
Oh, you're so
You know, just because I tell the truth doesn't mean that I have to be tight-lipped about it, you know? If you're not interesting, you're not interesting. Let's do Daswani. We're gonna skip this one too. I don't care about him. We don't need the police on our pager.
You've got some spirit, I guess. No, I didn't say a word.
One girl's courage will change history. Gloria, dawn of the revolution.
Interesting. Buttons. They want me to go where? Let me go here.
Off we
real
go.
quick.
Don't think I've seen you before.
What will it be? I'll be seeing you.
Oh, I've got some fine wares for sale.
Classic corn.
Ha! Best come again soon.
Definitely did not want to talk to him.
Oh, I've got some fine wares for sale. Ha! Best come again soon.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We await your next visit.
Hey, miss, what'll you have today?
Ermi. Interesting. I already have a
Thanks for
province.
coming.
Don't take too long to decide now. Come back soon.
Music reminds you of another game. I like the music for this area. Keep these
Let's
nice.
do this.
Tales of Vesperia in the Guild City. I remember Tales of Vesperia. Still no progress, huh? Mariquita? Getting a little close to the hoop there, Kirk. Oh, is that? Well, look what we have here, an inspector and a bracer shooting the stuff over drinks. Man, if even you two can be friends, the capital's in good hands. Wouldn't exactly call us friends. Guild's not the CID, but they're far from our allies. At best, we're rivals. But given how much our work overlaps, we often see each other out in the field. We respect each other as fellow public servants. So rivals we may be, but we can still share a drink or two, eh? Care to join us? I'm good, gonna stretch my legs a bit more. Fair enough, drinking with old dogs like us isn't the most attractive offer, I guess. Well, you know, I'm sure Elaine wouldn't mind having a drinking buddy after work. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. That reminds me, I heard you pitched in during that mess in Basel. Yeah, I heard from Alvis. Sounds like you made yourself pretty busy over there. Wasn't what I was there for, but yeah, I helped out where I could. How about next time you let us know where you're headed beforehand? That way we can clean up these messes you inevitably get into. Yes, because I'm totally the one causing them all. Right. But in case you'd like to know, most of next week will be Ark Ride free here in Edith. Me and the gang are taking a little vacation. Hey, not a bad idea. I bet you could use the break. Where are you headed? Figured it'd be nice to get away from the hustle and bustle for a while, so we're headed out to Long Lai for a little hot spring trip. Long Lai, huh? My wife and I went there for our honeymoon. Beautiful place. I'd love to take my daughter there someday if I could ever get time off. Aw, work to the bone, huh? Yep, and whose fault is that, do you think? Well, you picked a good time to go there. The autumn leaves are just stunning in Long Lai. Since you'll be down that way, say hi to everybody for me, will ya? Oh yeah, you're from around there, aren't you? Wait, okay. Could you not go guessing at my background? Sorry. Just your fighting form was enough of a tell. And hey, a personal favor, if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it if you burned some incense for my old master while you're there. Sure. Read me like a book. Taking a trip, huh? Man, I'd love to take one with the girls myself. Oh, back in the land of the living, are you? Last we saw, you'd plastered yourself to sleep. Figured I'd just drop you off at the precinct, but I couldn't stop laughing at your face, man. You two in cahoots, perhaps? No comment. Don't go lumping us together. Ouch. Why do you gotta give me the cold shoulder, man? A little trip really does sound nice. Okay, so go take one, yourself. Well, no. What's the point in taking a trip alone? It's the perfect chance to kindle the flames of romance. You know, right? How should I know? And you're really gonna push your luck and butter him up with some trip? She didn't just magically forget what happened. Look, we're moving on from that, okay? See, when we met up last time, she said I could come by again sometime if I wanted to. And the kid said, "You're such a weirdo, mister. Hey, can you stop by again? I want to talk to you some more." Yeah, of course she was nice to you. She's a freaking waitress. Yume's reaction said it all. You are a weirdo. I know I took on your request, but man, get your head out of your butt. Basic courtesy ain't affection. I know that. I'm just trying to make amends. I mean, sure, I'd love it if they could let me back into their lives, but I gotta take that first step myself. I want to make up for all the time we should have spent together. That's my new goal in life, putting a smile on their faces. Swell. Guess that was the wake-up call he needed. Guys learned he can't just treat life like it's one big game. Sounds like you two have had your share of run-ins before. Oh, didn't he bring his car here? I saw it parked outside. Of course he did. I'll lug him over to the precinct. He can sleep it off there. And he can get a parking ticket. Bucko?
Off we go. All right.
Salem, I'm part of a two-girl idol group called With You. Tonight we're scheduled a street performance, but my partner has gone missing. Let's get this over with, chat with the client, and wrap it up. I don't want to do that. Is that required? It is required. Sokafu.
Well, if it isn't Van.
So what I'm trying to get at here isn't that, well, come on, that's enough for one day, isn't it? Don't change the subject. Oh, it's you, the Spriggan. Van, hey dude, don't let me keep you. I don't fancy third wheeling, so how about I leave you to it? No, stay. Dingo's a jerk. He just left me behind. What did he learn? Nothing. He's doing it again. So she's the loud kind of drunk. If Dingo's being such a jerk, why not tell him yourself? You're mighty close to him right now. I sure did. I told him off real good. And what did he do? Just blew me off. Didn't listen to a thing I said. And here here I just working so hard to follow in his footstep. I just wanna... Lasted longer than I expected. Yeah, she did. Sorry, that was an embarrassing way for you to find us. Don't sweat it, not like I don't know you well enough at this point. Girl's sure got some balls, though. Followed you all the way to Tharbad, gets kidnapped, and caps it off with a night of drunken complaints. It's like she's not even fazed. That might be my fault. I probably shouldn't have been so soft on her after the fact. Did try to get it through to her that she needs to be more careful. Carefulness doesn't seem to have clocked in tonight, from the looks of it. Not at all. I'll have to try again some other time, and I definitely can't have her knowing where I'm going next time I travel. Losing a newbie like her shouldn't be that hard for you, right? But you sure it's worth it? Don't want to upset the cute little Missy by pushing her away. She's got a thing for you. Said it before, but we're from different publications. Rather than friends, we should be rivals. I don't think that really matters much. You'd probably be rivals even if you worked in the same place. But rival or not, she looks up to you. That, at least, should mean something to you, yeah? Finally got a lead into one of the topics I've been pursuing. You know me, all my investigations are a gray area at best. The rest, pitch black. Of the worst kind, and you know that. I'd much rather she stay far, far away from that world. Maybe it's wrong of me to make that decision for her, but I don't want her to follow in my footsteps. She should walk a brighter, more honest path. Someone who denies taking her under your wing, you sure get overprotective when it comes to her. Look who's talking. You and your growing office of assistants, you'd stick your neck out for her. Hey, Van, if you... Nothing. You're going on a trip with your assistants, right? Should be a good time. Take the time to enjoy yourselves. I will. That's the plan, at least. I swear, just as quick and creepy as Kitty used to be. How the heck do you know about that? That's for me to know. No, back off. Don't go getting too cushy with him, Dingo. It's not fair. Whatever, I'll buy you a souvenir. And you don't get to complain if you don't like it. Trust you to pick something good.
Time to make this a night to remember. Aw, you're leaving already?
Oh. Can't see what's on the front of your hat. Oh. I think this is a new painting. I don't think I've seen that painting in other Trails games. Actually, some of these paintings definitely don't remember in other Trails games. This one I remember in other Trails games. For sure. Alright, let's go visit Mr. Weird Taco Man.
You there. Have a close look.
Wait, you're not Taco Man.
This here's the finest cuisine. Come again now.
Let's do this.
Suckles. Hey Paulette, you guys closing up shop for the day? You dragging all that dust in here. We are. We had a really good day today. Lots of customers. But if you want anything, just let me know. We'll still be open for a bit longer. Right, I'll let you know. No need to say anything, Van. It's okay. Thanks for looking out for me and Yume. I really appreciate it. Caught me off guard seeing him, but I don't regret it. I'm glad we got to sit down and talk. Alright, if you're sure. If he starts giving you trouble, let me know and I'll deal with him. But it doesn't look like he'll be a nuisance. I think, anyway. Not from how he was acting, at least. So maybe I don't gotta worry after all. Thank you, but I don't think you do. He's making sure to put my and Yume's feelings first. Not to pry, but do she and your old man know anything? No, not yet. I plan to talk to them soon. But it won't be an easy conversation to have with either of them, especially Yume. A little worried about her. Gotcha. You might be too young for that kind of talk. That's what I'm thinking too. I might speak with my dad about it first, but I don't know how to approach it yet. I might have an idea. Well, if you two are up for it. Well, I've said what I think needs to be said. The rest is up to her. Back to patrolling I go. Up to the way we go. Yume! Do. Sweep it up. Think I saw that weird guy before. Where, though? Oh, yeah. There was a guy in the Tyrell Times. He looked like him. There's something else. Saw right through his disguise, didn't you? No way she'd remember what he looks like. They broke up before she was born. He was super weird. He kept crying all the time. Why was he so sad? I should try and cheer him up next time. Maybe he needs a pat on the back. Talk about rubbing salt in the wound. Can't say he didn't have it coming, though. Yume is such a boss. I think I talked to Jin before. Thing is where is Jin now?
What'll it be, hun? See you again.
Usually Jin is in here eating. Or drinking something. Ah, found you. The little runt from the church has been following me everywhere. Didn't even have the chance to buy groceries because she was tailing me. And I get the feeling she'll be back tomorrow. What am I going to do with her? At least Brenda's gotten herself sorted out. I've got the other boy to babysit too, in all likelihood. What are you talking about? Alright, we found Jin. Save. Suspicious.
Off we go.
Hello.
Let's watch Wolves Requiem.
The showing on screen 1 will soon begin.
Suckful Ren. Ren would sit in the back like that. Ron, a young officer of the law, is hot on the heels of a gang he once had ties to. While pursuing the case, he meets a girl named Michelle. She is freed from the clutches of the gang, but they saddled her with an insurmountable debt, with little hope of paying it off. Ron takes it upon himself to look after the girl, who begins to develop feelings for the young officer. Before she can act on it, however, the gang finds her and snatches her away once again. Fueled by the fires of rage, Ron rushes into their hideout and engages the gangsters in a gunfight. He emerges victorious by the skin of his teeth. He rescues Michelle from her captivity, and the two embrace each other at last, overjoyed to have made it out alive. And it was at that moment when one of the fallen gangsters lifted his quivering hand and pulled the trigger.
Michelle, hold on.
Ron! Are you all right? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine. See? Not a single scratch on me.
Thank goodness. I fulfilled my promise then. You remember it, right? You're always protecting everyone. So one day, I'll be the one who protects you.
Of course I remember. Save your strength, Michelle. Help will arrive at any moment. Hey, over here! I need a medic now!
Ron, your arms are so warm. When you hold me like this, my fear just melts away.
Deuces. Well, look who we have here. Should you really be wandering around town at this hour? Don't you have responsibilities back on campus? Well, whatever you talking about. I'm out on business, really. Yeah, this your idea of patrolling the city? Guess there's no harm in it. They're only doing these reruns at night anyway. Well, after it took the Lionel door and Tharbad, I couldn't afford not to see it, could I? Get why it made such a stir now. Nina Fenley's acting captured my attention the whole way through. Especially while she lied in the arms of the man she loved, smiling to her final breath. You could feel the purity behind her feelings. She's a bewitching actress. It's hard to believe how much feminine charm she can muster despite us being nearly the same age. Even crazier to think about when you consider how subdued and wholesome she is in real life. Makes you wonder what sort of facade she'll end up putting on next. I know I'll be first in line to see for myself. Facade, it's a good choice of words. Her ability to so convincingly put on such different personas must be why she has a reputation for being a gifted actress. But at the same time, it makes it hard to get a sense of who she really is when the cameras aren't rolling. It's almost like her identity is completely invisible looking at her from the outside. Not the only one who thinks that. Nina herself has definitely worried about that exact thing before. Met her a couple of times. At the very least, I don't get the vibe that she's a two-faced person or anything like that. But that's not what you're really saying here, is it? No, it's precisely because she's not any one person deep down that she can so capably mold herself however she likes. In some ways, that makes her a pretty formidable person, whether she herself necessarily wants to be that way or not. Geniuses are all such fascinating people to analyze, wouldn't you agree? I think a ton of people would toss you in that exact same basket, you know. Anne's conversation in the theater continued for a brief period, and soon enough, the two parted ways. It's like they're selling commemorative brochures. I'll take one. This is Golden Blood. Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution.
The showing on screen 1 will soon begin. If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance. We have merchandise for you.
There's no skin on teeth? Maybe not like animal skin, but you know, there's like enamel and stuff. You know, like the coating on teeth. I go talk to that idol about her friend now. Gotta do it soon, but it doesn't have to be right now. You start, you'll no longer be able to do free time points. You'll only even walk around the Capitol. Alright, let me go see my client. Must be the idol that put in that request. Sayla, right? Nice to meet you. Oh wow, so the rumors really are true, huh? you're here, does that mean you're willing to hear me out? Yeah, probably not best to stand around talking like this, though. Why don't we grab a seat and take it from there? Mentioned that you were supposed to be putting on a street performance tonight, but it sounds like your partner didn't show up when she was supposed to. Do I want to do this? Alright, I'll continue reading for now. Lulua did mention to me that she had work today, but she said she would be done after sunset, so we planned to meet up here directly when she got off her job. Getting later and later, and was nowhere to be seen. Once an hour passed and I still hadn't heard from her, I decided to visit her place. Makes sense to me, sounds like a pretty reasonable thing to do. When I got here, I knocked on the door, but she didn't answer. To get a key to her apartment, let me the table or something. Alright, I'm bored now. Maybe something interesting will come across here. I don't want to skip it because it's at nighttime for some reason. I don't think we've had a required nighttime quest like this yet. I don't want to do side stuff for Sokofus. Exactly. Who wants to do side stuff for Sokofus? Alright, let's move on to the next scene. This doesn't seem like it's important, so...
Yes, it's time for me to... Welcome to Erland, sir. We have full confidence in our products. We await your next visit.
You want to do that
Can we talk?
Oh. Glad to hear it, Mr. JRPG.
Yes, it's time.
At least somebody out there wants to
Off we go.
learn everything there is to know about all these characters and interactions and stuff.
That should get him off my tail. Wait, you?
See? We skipped to the good part. Hey, heck of a coincidence running into you here, especially at this hour. Well, that article of yours on BuzzRadar, by the way. Let me guess. You on the run from paparazzi right now? What if I am? To be clear, that article is... Don't worry, I can make a guess. You're checking out talents and sports figures who've got ties to the Mafia, yeah? And say I blame you. The why of things aside, he has been going all around these shady spots for weird reasons. Wait, you've got detailed info on him. Look, I can't exactly spill too much, but I can tell you this. You can lay off the Red Comet. He's 100% clean, trust me. At least when it comes to what you're looking into.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So what was I even doing all this for?
And I got chewed out by my mom and Grammy for it too. Oh, got complaints about how you're handling your other job. Other job, I have no clue what you could possibly mean.
Van, what are you doing here? And who would this woman be?
You know, we haven't seen Elaine in a while, so I guess. You're kidding, that's Elaine Auclair, the bracer. Come on, I swear, it's just one thing after another. Anyway, I'll have to go, but don't you dare think you've beaten me. Oh, it's Judith Lanster, right? The actress. Yeah, you know her? Sort of. We just met at an event before. I imagine you'd be more familiar with her than I am. Heard you two got acquainted in Tharbad. Well enough to meet outside of work, too, it looks like. Come on, it ain't like that. Have a little faith in me. Oh yeah? Alright then. So, what are you actually doing out here in Riverside at this hour? Searching for someone, actually. Someone got dragged into working an underworld job without being aware of it. You're investigating an underworld job, too. Two? Are you up to the same thing? I am. One of their scam victims made a request to the Bracers. I'm looking for a man named Clement right now. He's likely the go-between that hired the part-timers. Clement sure gets around, huh? We're basically barking up the same tree then. That we are. I came to Riverside because we had a report that Clement had been spotted here. Mind if I tag along with you? Not at all. It might make things easier for us all. And filled Elaine in on the current state of his investigation. Idol named Lulua, huh? Definitely looks like she's an unwitting pawn of this scheme. Sure does, which honestly puts her in a whole lot of trouble. Let's check out the concert hall. Got into a scandal for nothing. Sometimes it do work like that.
Hey there. What do we... See ya. Let me ask you something.
I don't care about your Lulua conspiracy theories.
Hello. Thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't buy anything, but you're welcome.
You there! This here's the finest. Come again now.
Hey, Gordon.
Can we talk?
Old woman. I'd like to speak to you. Alrighty. Save Lua, are you ready? Choosing this will cause the main story advance your free time will end.